Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dano, the Rust Buster. Welcome to my channel. This episode is made for the new people that have found me. If you're one of my clients or I've done work for you, you don't need to watch this because you already know what I'm all about. This is for the new people because I've been getting a lot of contacts lately, so this will help bring it into scope as to what I do. I'm a mobile rust repair specialist, and I travel all up and down the eastern seaboard. This winter, I'll be going to Texas, and what I work on is floors, doors, trunks, rear quarters, pillars, roof, drip pans, drip edges, cowls, firewalls, all that rusty stuff on vintage American muscle cars. Okay, from the 50s, 60s, and most of the 70s. I don't take on every job that comes my way. It's very important for everybody to understand that I'm very selective who I do business with and what car it is that I'm working on. Okay, the I'm a heavy hitter in this field. You can tell by my videos that I've been at this quite a while. My work is top quality. I'm really serious about it, and I go to great lengths to make everybody happy. Uh, I don't want to get rich on this. That's not what I'm about. I do it because it's my passion, and I love to see these old girls get back on the road. I'm not into restoration anymore, so I don't manage jobs to take it right from the woods into the shop and redo it. You know, like on TV when you got these with these TV shows, and at the end of the show they're rolling it out to the customer and handing them the keys. That's not what I'm about. I'm merely the foundation to on these cars. By that I mean the you're not going anywhere with a as far as your build with a big old hole in the trunk with your foot going through the floor up front with the water coming in. You're not going anywhere until you get that rust taken care of. Again, I am a rusty metal specialist. That's my passion. That's what I get into. And when I'm done with my work, you're ready to move forward. Your interiors, your body work, your electrical, because there's no more leaks. You can move on, with your build. So the things that one of the things I want to discuss is that I travel, okay, and I like to get if I can if I find your car in an area, we'll say Texas. Somebody contacted me in Texas, and I told them I'd keep them in mind, and I marketed it a little bit more in Texas. Now I have 5 jobs that I'm looking at in Texas, so I don't have to charge anybody for travel. I enjoy traveling. I want to see some of this country we live in, and that's what I want to do. Okay, so there's no money involved for travel. I don't take deposits. I don't make estimates. It's after 30 years of metal work, miscellaneous and all metals. It's impossible to estimate stuff, especially when it comes to these old girls, because who knows what's behind that small hole. It starts out as the size of a quarter, and next thing you know, the cancer inside is much deeper than you thought. And then somebody's, yeah, but you said, oh Jesus, if I don't know how many times I've had to go back and forth with but you said and you told me, and then just my nature, I end up saying, yeah, okay, that's what I said. Spend 3 days on something, and it's $150. Those days are done. It's not. It's not happening. I don't do estimates. What I can, if you send me images, I could tell you some things because all I need to see is a small portion of what's rusted, and I can tell you pretty much the disposition of the rest of the car. You might have a car that's relatively worthless, and I might advise you that that's going to be in excess of $4,000 to fix. You're going to go upside down on the car, and I don't like to see people do that. I do not do work just to flip the car. Okay, Oh, I just want this patched up, and you know, I don't. The quality doesn't matter. I just want it patched up so I can sell it. Uh, no, no, that's not where I am. The clients that I'm looking for, the people that I want to do business with, are the ones to where the car is special. Okay, I love this car. I've got to have this car. I had one just like it in high school. This was my uncle's car. This was my dad's car. I've had this car for 18 years, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The car has to, the owner has to have a bond with that car. And I also form a bond with that car, and that's just the way it works. I don't work on Mercedes, I don't work on BMWs, I don't work on a lot of Japanese cars. Those are not my passion. Okay, excuse me. I don't do truck beds, I don't do lift kits, I don't do. There's a whole list of things I don't do. Floor pans, trunks, GTO, Charger, 442, rear quarters on Impalas. Yeah, that's Nova, Chevelle, Buick Riviera. Those are my passion. Okay, there's enough of them out there to support me. There's enough of the guys who understand that this is not something for a high schooler that's 20 years old and saw it on Gas Monkey, and he's going to take a car and do it up. And this there's a labor of love, and it's expensive, and it's an expensive hobby to bring these cars back. For those who don't understand it, you can stop watching the video now. I can't. I'm not going to work with you if you're new to this game. You really need to know what you're getting into. You need to know what the value is of the metalwork and how important it is. You can get somebody that's a welder by day, and he's going to come over and hang some rear quarters for you. They don't line up. He didn't treat it right, and you put a $10,000 paint job on it, and in 6 months it starts to blister and lift. I, I don't know how many times people have contacted me for that. Once the car is painted and it starts to lift, I won't touch it for another 4 or 5 years to do a repair, because if it's lifting there, it's going to lift other places, and it takes about 4 years for it to stop lifting. What's down is going to stay down. What's going to lift will have lifted after 4 years. It's the way it goes, you know. I feel bad for a lot of guys, and I wish I could you know, make it sunshiny on their rainy day, but I can't, you know, no, no, no. So that brings me to my rate, which is $150 an hour. Okay, I work 4 to 5 hours a day, so it's, you know, pretty much, you know, the $500 to $600 a shop. And what I do is I work one section at a time. If I'm going to do your floor pans, the driver and passenger side, today I do driver side. I concentrate on it and I button it up so that, and each day I get paid. Okay. However, there's no balances, there's no deposits, there's none of that. You supply the pan, the part. I install it, do it up, seal it up, finish it, pay me. You like the work, I come back tomorrow and do the other side. I don't run around the car, you know, where it needs 4 or 5 different areas done. I don't run around the car and cut out all the rust. And maybe you don't like my work. Maybe your mom got into an accident, and you all of a sudden you're short on money, and now you're stuck with a car with all these holes in it. I'm really, really, really conscientious of the car owner, okay, and their in your position. I only want to take money for what I've completed, so I want to get done. If I want to move on, and I'm a completion orientated guy. At 150 an hour is the rate that I go by when that means when I get there, I have to I roll out my tools, do my work, pack up my tools, and go to some place to spend the night so I can come back tomorrow, it's $150. If I can if I can leave my tools at your place, push my cart into your garage, or it's safe enough so I can just cover them without having to pack them all up again, but I still have to leave property to go find a place, then it's 125 an hour. Okay? If if you've got an extension cord, you got a side lot, and I can plug in Goldie, which is, my travel van. I stay in my van. I don't stay at motels. If I can plug in and stay there during the duration, so I don't have to I'll tell you what, I'll bring it down to 100 an hour. That makes it really move quick. That's the best way to go about it. If you could, if I've got a spot where I can stay, because when I move around, I have to everything inside the van, my personal stuff, all has to be stowed and put away. And if I'm, everything has to be clean, everything has to be locked up. It's just a pain in the ass. So you want to save some money? Hook me up with a power cord. I don't need anything else. I have my own food. I have my own clothes. I have my own bathroom. I don't go in anybody's houses ever. Don't even invite me in for a cup of coffee. I won't go in your house. I don't. That's not what I'm about. Goldie the van. I'll do another episode showing everybody. I've got everything I need. I've got 6 batteries cranking out 3,000 amps. I've got air conditioning. I've got heat. I've got 2 refrigerators. I've got my bunk. It's a nice way to roll, okay? So, by watching this video, I hope you got a better idea of what I'm about. Please, this is my first car and I want to learn about this stuff. I'm sorry. It's taken me 30 years of metalwork to get where I am now. I have a background in stainless steel. I have a background in structural steel. I have a background in marine aluminum. I have a background in electrical engineering. I have a background in every conceivable metal application. Okay, this is what I picked, and that's it. I don't take on every job, like I told you. I really, to tell you the truth, I have to come to the understanding that you've got the right attitude, because this is what it's all about. There is no second chance. There is no do-over when, oops, after the car is painted. Oh, yep, you're right. I'm just going to cut it up again. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No, no, no. This is a linear path to completion. It's gotta go my way. I answer every kind of question. I love to teach, and when I'm when I'm in my zone, I plow through this stuff. How many floor pans do you think I've done? How many rear quarters do you think I've done? Rocker panels, cowls, you name it. There's nothing I haven't seen yet. I don't do framework because of the liability. So you just got to put your faith in me that this is what it is. I'm not going to rob you. I'm not going to take a deposit and disappear. I'm not going to drag my feet. I show up. I do the work. You pay me. I show you how I do it, why it's going to last, why I didn't do the same thing there that I did here. There's a reason for everything I do. And the biggest reason is to optimize the value of your car. I don't put in a trunk the same way I put in a floor pan. A floor pan has carpet on it, and you never see it. The trunk, it's right there in your face. You see? So there's a little bit of different application how I go about my way. Well, that's about that. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut. This is where I spend my summers and fall. And it's now getting to be, it's getting to the point where I can't do any more work up here unless it's inside. It's going to be snowing any day now. So it's time for me to head back down to my winter base is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So that's where my shop is. Although I don't do any work in my shop, that's where I do my work on Goldie, my travel van. and then it's off to Texas. You guys that are watching this, that you're in Texas, I'm coming, and I'm going to stay in Texas. Y'all better be nice in that Lone Star State. Until then, thank you. I hope you get it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Dano the Rust Buster. Be well. Bye-bye.